Welcome back, everybody. For the last 2 weeks, I've been working on a very special project, a custom arcade cabinet for my good buddy Arturo. And the reason this is so special is because this arcade has been in my mind for probably the last year or so. My wife wouldn't let me build it because she said we had no room in our house, so I had to have somebody to build it for. Thankfully, Arturo came along. I showed him some of my artwork from last year and I went to work. The inspiration for this design really comes from the late 70s and early 80s of gaming. And of course, the Atari 2600 really defined that era. So right away, I knew I wanted two things. Number one, I wanted the unit itself, the cabinet, to capture the essence of the Atari 2600 system. And the best way I thought to accomplish that would be to include a wood finish somewhere in the center. I also had some technical objectives. Specifically, I wanted to be able to incorporate the use of T-molding, which I had never done before. But the second most important thing to me in this build was that I also get the colors right. For whatever reason I chose to go with orange T-molding, it probably had to do with the fact that my favorite Atari games had orange box art, so that's the color I ultimately went with. Speaking of box art, in my original design I actually wanted to incorporate some of the most popular Atari games, at least their box art, somewhere on the bezel, and that was a test unit that you see there. But ultimately Arturo wanted to go with some Mario characters that his kids also would recognize, and I think that was a good decision on his part, especially because it makes the cabinet itself more relevant to his three daughters. And looking at the whole cabinet, I definitely think I nailed the colors. The orange didn't clash with the red, yellow, and blue like I had feared. In fact, I think the orange helps bring those colors out, and it especially helps bring out the wood grain for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe orange is a perfect accent color for a wood finish. I don't know. It looks exceptional and yet familiar at the same time. I've been at this arcade building thing for a few years now, and every time I think I've gotten a little bit better. And it's because I learned so much with each build. And for that reason, I'm going to go back and I'm going to revisit one of the most popular videos I have on my channel, the arcade build. This time, however, I'm going to tackle it in a series, 4 videos. The first segment will cover hardware and software. The second will be building materials and tools needed. The third will be the build itself. And of course, the fourth is going to be the finishing touches, which includes things like the T-molding, the LED lights, the bezel, the professional looking paint job, and all that other good stuff. The videos won't be dropping all at once. They will instead be staggered because I'm in the process of building 2 arcades at the moment. But all 4 videos will be released within a 2 to 3 week period. But at the conclusion of all of this, I have a very, very special surprise for any of you out there who are retro gamers and you follow retro gaming personalities on YouTube. One of the arcade builds I'm currently working on is for a prominent retro gaming content creator. So if you want to build an arcade for yourself and you want to find out who my special guest will be on my channel in a few short weeks, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll catch you guys next time.